Everybody. Thanks for being on. Appreciate you guys coming. Just wanted to go over this funnel that I'm putting together, just in case you haven't seen the emails or actually have seen them or else you wouldn't be here. But I'm doing this workshop where I'm going from 0 to 10K a day on Facebook. And so I just wanted to kind of go through the funnel, how I ended up putting it together. And really how it started off is just from this prompt. I uploaded a bunch of information to ChatGPT. And I like this particular model right here, the O4 Mini. So basically it was like, look, I want to achieve $25 million in 12 months. And based on the stuff that I uploaded. And basically what I uploaded was a lot of avatar information. I had broken up my audience into 5 different avatars. And so it was a lot of detailed information about that. And then there was also some other stuff that I added as well. But so basically, at first it kind of came up with this high level plan. Originally, I was calling it affiliates with benefits. I have since, it's not going to be, actually, I can't remember if actually, we kind of changed the name around. But anyway, originally what I was going to do is it was just going to be a straight application funnel where they opted in and then they basically applied and then got on the phone, and it was going to be either a we did different prices, but it ended up being a $2,000, a $5,000, and a $10,000. And so originally we were just going to get on the phone with them and just try to sell them one of those things. But and going back and forth with the AI, I basically found out that it probably would be better if we had, instead of just going straight for a $2,000 offer, which is like, it's going to be a lot of trust and likability and trustability that you really don't have a lot of chance to develop. So what we quickly pivoted to was having a tripwire product. And that's the thing that I wanted to convey mostly to people, because like a lot of people, when I sent out their survey, a lot of people were like, they wanted to learn more about high ticket affiliate offers. And I know like how some of them are promoted and some of them are like, you can just, basically you sign up for, say, something that's $1,000 and you get 50%. So you're making $500 per sale, which is not bad. I mean, it's not like super high ticket, but it's decent. It's better than making like 20, $30, or even $100. So when most people think high ticket affiliate marketing, they think of just sending traffic to that type of offer. But that's really not working very well in 2025 anymore. You gotta understand, like there was a time where people would buy more high ticket with a little shorter of a ramp, or just be sold like kind of I don't say high pressure, but but really being sold into it on a phone call or Zoom or whatever you want to do. So so I played around with some different things. So then we were like, okay, let's do a $97 tripwire. Um, but then and I told it originally, I told we are gonna start with a $2,000 budget. That's what I said. We're gonna start with $2,000. Um, $2,000 ad budget to get this rolling. Um, and so and I use some of my, and I'm currently getting, like, for current campaigns, it's actually a little bit less than $4. It's like three something, little over $3, but I was trying to be conservative, so I said $4 cost per lead, and so did all the calculations based on that. And so we got 97. So then we got down to a $27, 27. Here we go, $27 a tripwire offer. Does everybody know what I mean by tripwire? Basically, it's a lower price offer just to get a customer. Let me make sure everybody can hear me. I'm gonna check this chat. Can everybody hear me? I'm talking like 5 minutes. Just say yes or something in the chat so I know. You can hear me, hear me, hear me? It's like people can hear me. Okay, cool. All right. So basically we call this a micro offer, tripwire offer. But it's gonna be $27. And that's based on, kind of what's working now. I've seen tripwire offers for as low as like $1, and I've seen them up to, I guess you'd say $97. But a really popular price point right now is $27. I've actually bought several products, or at least yeah, I bought several products like that myself. So I think it's a good price point because, you don't have to develop a whole lot of like and trust to sell somebody something for $27. I mean, most people are not tripping off of $27 that hard. So they will, it's a low friction, like, ChatGPT said almost no friction. I wouldn't go that far. But, you know, like they say here with the cost per lead between $3 and $5, we can do, huge volume with this price offer. So this is how so here, let me go to this. Hopefully I can draw on this thing. All right, so originally I was just gonna go from add to a squeeze page. And this is name. This is name, email, phone number. All right. So that's a squeeze page. So then from there, it was going to go to a video application page. The video. And then the application. Then from there to a phone call. Or Zoom. Zoom preferred, but phone, whatever. And so on the phone, we close them for either 2K, 2K, 5K, or 10K. So basically 2K is mostly like the training, and then it goes up to 10K, which is like a done for you. All right, so this is what we're gonna do originally. Okay. And this is kind of what some people do, like for a high ticket offer. They would either start here with the squeeze page, or they start here with this, actually the application page. All right, so but we're not doing that. So what we are doing instead is we're gonna go to the ad. We're gonna still go to squeeze page. But then we're gonna go to $27 offer. All right, so we got $27. Okay, and then the way it works. And by the way, we're gonna talk about the fact that it's $27 in the ad. Right? We're gonna be like putting this out there, like this whole thing for $27, because like we want we want it known that we're selling something for $27, okay? So that there's no bones about it. People aren't looking for something for free. They know it's $27. And we're gonna state that at the ad. And so then we're gonna squeeze them. And this might even be a first part. I haven't decided yet, but it might be a first part of a two-step order process. Like step one, give me your contact information. And then step two, you actually put your credit card and stuff in. So I don't know if I'm going to do that because how I was doing it before, I actually had a lead magnet here, but the lead magnet was to a 6-page document, which basically was a sales page for the thing that's 2K. But what I'm going to do here now is we're going to go from the ad to squeeze page to a $27 offer. Okay. Then after that, they buy the 27. Then we're going to do a one-time offer. Try this. We're going to do a one-time offer for I would say between 1 and 2K, but the more I think about it, I think it's going to be a 1K. So we'll call this 1K. And to be honest with you, it'll probably be like $9.97. But that seems to be a good price. Then, so it's going to go like $27 are going to buy that. Then they're going to land on this page and it's going to be a one-time offer. So we'll call this a OTO for the $9.97. And then after that, and oh, by the way, we're going to also be, assuming that they don't buy it right here, we're still going to be hitting this OTO, this $9.97 offer. We're going to be pushing it via follow-up emails. So we'll say follow-up emails. So we're going to be pushing it sequential follow-up emails. But then after this, so as part of this $9.97 package, they're going to get a call. They're going to get at this point, it's going to be with me or one of the other coaches. But right now, we'll just say me because it's not. That's all I have doing right now. It's not like I have a really heavy volume. Not yet. So basically, so then as a part of this, they get a call. Okay, after the $9.97, one of the bonuses or benefits of it is that they get a call. I think I called it a freedom call or something. I don't know, I can't remember. But they get a call. And then on the call, I'm going to do whatever we promised to help get them started or whatever. Get them, get their goals situated and all kind of stuff. But also on the call, I'm going to be trying to upsell them to either a 5K would be like a little bit of coaching, maybe like a weekly coaching call, like group coaching. And then also a 10K, which would be like a done for you. And that's the top of the funnel right now. I'll probably add some more stuff, like some more expensive stuff. Maybe like a private coaching or something like that. Right now, we just have group coaching and we'll have a done for you where we actually like build the site out and everything. So this all comes from this call. Okay, and the call is part of this. So let's say call. All right, so this is pretty much the funnel that I ended up working on with ChatGPT. You go for ad, say we could sell them for $27. We're gonna get the name, email, and phone number, sell on 27, then do the OTO for $9.97. And then and we're also gonna promote the $9.97 via email. And then we're gonna, as part of the 997, they get on a call. We get on the call. We're gonna help them set everything up and do whatever we say we're gonna do on the call. But we're also gonna try to sell them, try to upsell them one of these higher end packages. So that's pretty much the funnel how we had it laid out. And originally, so that's a part of it. And so we built it out. So what do we say here? Okay, yeah, so ad budget is $2,000. So at $4 a piece, we're gonna get 50 buyers. And then she gave, calling her she, because she had a female voice. But anyway, so we we went through a lot of different iterations of this. But what I drew out is what we ended up coming out to be. And now one thing that I added to this was, actually let me go back to this real quick. Okay, so now let's look at the okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so um once we had this kind of mapped out, then it's like, okay, well, we need to build out all these individual things. So the first thing that we need to build out is what is the $27 product, like what is it going to be? And what I ended up coming up with the help of ChatGPT, of course, is that we're going to have a promise with this $27. And basically what it is that you can basically sell this product. What do we call it? We call it the $27 thing is called the it's called the thing is called the income ignition blueprint, I think. Income ignition blueprint. I think that's what I ended up calling it. And so basically what this allows you to do, this is pretty slick. Basically what it's going to allow you to do is we're going to give you, okay, so it's going to sell this $27 product. And so once you buy the $27 product, you can then, you're going to sign up as an affiliate, okay, with my company. You're going to sign up as an affiliate, and then you'll be able to sell this $27 front end product, and you'll be able to get 100% commission. So basically, if you make one sale, then boom, you make your money back. Okay. And so you also get a piece of the 997. So if that person ends up going on and buying the 997 or the 1K, then you get 50% of that. Okay, so that's where the high ticket part comes in, is that you're going to get 100% of the $27, then they're going to get 50% of the 997. At this point, for tracking purposes, it's not really a way to track the 5 and 10K through affiliate tracking, because there's no page that's going to come like after they sign up. So you don't get any of that, sorry, but you do get the $27, and then you get the 50% of the 997. So that's what they get the ability to do after they pay the $27. So basically they're doing is pay $27 and they get access to this affiliate program, basically. Now, so what we're going to do is, now here's the slick part about it, is that we can basically, we can show them how to, we don't even have to show them really how to advertise on Facebook. We can have pre-done Facebook campaigns already. And then we can just have them, I think it's called, I don't know if it's language or whatever, but it's JSON. And then they can actually just directly upload the campaigns into their Facebook ads account, and then it automatically be set up. We'll set it up for like $10 a day. And then the ads will be already pre-done. We'll have a selection of 5 different ones, I think, to start out with, but we're actually gonna have to like rotate a lot of these campaigns, because if so many people buy it and then they're trying to launch campaigns, they can't all be the same campaign. So we're gonna have like some kind of random generator part of it that ChatGPT has figured out. And so basically, but the thing about it is, like, they'll be able to buy this and they'll be able to quickly like upload a campaign into Facebook. and it's boom, all ready to go. All they got to do is put in their affiliate link, and that's it. And then they place ads, and we'll also have some organic posts on there. So if they don't want to place ads, we can have some posts that they can just place the post, and then they can, have that link to the $27 product. But the affiliate program is going to be for the $27 product. The $9.97, the higher ticket one, is going to be behind that. So they don't. And actually, I think I still will give people a link for the $9.97. It's probably just going to be a VSL. So, so I probably will, but for the most part, we're going to encourage people to drive traffic to the $27 because, like I said, that's what's working nowadays. You have like a tripwire offer, a low ticket, to get them in and to get them, as customers. Because if you think about it, if somebody has $27 on a credit card or debit card, chances are that's not going to last $27. They probably have at least another grand on there. Okay, so that's a big qualifier right there. The fact that they can put $27, on a card. So that, because a lot of times so that eliminates all of the freebie seekers. So instead of people opting in for something for free for that, whatever the lead magnet is, they're opting in as part of this $27 sale. And so even the people that don't end up buying, if they still at least know it's $27 up front, they know that it's not free. And then once they become the $27 customers, then we immediately try to upsell them to the $9.97. So that's that. Now this is like not anything earth shattering. I mean, there's lots of people running this type of funnel, a low ticket tripwire funnel to a mid tier to something on the high end. All right, this is nothing earth shattering or new, but let me show you the earth shattering new part. Okay, so let's blow up this $9.97. Okay, so, and this is going to be automated. They're not going to get on the phone to spend $9.97. This is going to be a VSL. Okay, so for the $9.97, we're going to make this down here. So once they buy the $9.97, they also are going to get the opportunity to add a back end. Okay, and the back end is going to be MLM back end. So once they join the $9.97, we're going to also try to get them to join the MLM back end. And so that builds in a whole nother income stream, and it allows you to build up residual income. So now you're not just making the $27 or the $500 from this sale, but also at this level, assuming that you're signed up for the MLM, which there's no reason you wouldn't be, then the people that buy this from you can also sign up under you for the MLM. And then, so you're building your residual equals residual income. Excuse my, it's hard to write on here. You get the picture. That's equals your residual. So like I kind of was explaining with that affiliates of benefits, even though I don't know if that's the name we're gonna go with, but yeah, so you get the money up front, and then you also get the MLM on the back end. So you get the best of both worlds there. You get to build a residual income as well as money up front. And then, the person that's on the funnel, we also get this back end, a higher ticket back end. So all together, this thing really is going to go together nicely. And so going back to ChatGPT, so I uploaded the whole conversation plan of one of the MLMs that I was looking to add. And so he did some calculations that are pretty slick. And so basically, and I told him to be conservative. And I was like, the conversion rates are going to start off lower than as we, time goes on, we're going to get better, but to start pretty low. And then I also threw in a wrinkle, and this is going up to 10-star director, which is like the top end of the MLM. And yeah, it gets out to some pretty crazy numbers, like 14 million dollars after how long? Oh, by the time I get to 10-star director. But that's an interesting, let me see. Oh, there we go. All right, yeah, so this is okay, so I ended up changing the changing the changing the parameters up a little bit. Oh, also we're gonna have some order bumps on the actual $27 package. So like on the order page, um they can add a $17 swipe file pack, which is like prompts. And then also this is we're not gonna go with this, but it's gonna be a $27 bump as well. So it ends up being like our average order value up front is like 40 bucks instead of 27. So which helps everything. The whole point of the whole goal, my whole goal was the $27 and the order bumps was to break even up front. Okay, so just to break even with the traffic um up front, and then everything else is profit. The 997 and the higher end offers after that, everything is all profit. But I wanted the traffic to be paid for by the tripwire, the $27 offer with the order bumps. And so that's what we're able to do. And so I changed the parameters up a little bit. Instead of just starting off with $2,000, I decided to start off with $1,000 in ad spend and to further restrict it because like when you have a new Facebook account that you're trying to advertise on, they only let you spend $50 a day. So I'm making it with the assumption, okay, so I have two accounts, so I can only spend $100 a day. Now that's going to really limit your scaling quite a bit. So what I did was I said, okay, well, we'll go with $100 a day until we get to the point where we can let me go back up to here. I'll stick with the $100 a day until we get to the point where we can buy or we can rent a an agency account because you can rent the agency accounts out of China for like 3% ad spend. The only thing about them is that you have to pay for the traffic up front. So like you have to pay in crypto, USDT, you got to pay and put the money like on the account before you spend it. So I took all that into account. I'm taking into account that it's going to take me like 3 days to get the money, even though it only takes 2 days, but from Stripe. But so we built all of that in, and I think I had them scale it up to 10K a day because I'm pretty confident that we can spend 10K a day. I don't know how much further past that. Man, I know we can spend 10K a day, but I don't know how much more. So yeah, so I'm trying to find one of these things where they oh, anyway, going back here, we had some different scenarios, but was this the one I wanted to look at? Yeah, so basically okay, so this is from a $1,000 ad spend. Um, this can't be right. This is too high. See, it's a good one. Okay, yeah, this one makes more sense. Okay, yeah, so I don't think if I think this was a lower bundle. I think we had like yeah, because I told them that high ticket bundle needs between 5 and 15,000. So this is what a lower one. So let me go back and see if they came back with bigger ones. But anyway, but as you can see, I mean, like the numbers are pretty good. I mean, like for $1,000 spent, it's 250 leads. So $1,000 to come back basically, 7,000 net profit. So that's a that's like an 8x. That's like an 8x ROAS, return on ad spend, which is like really, really good. And that's just with the front end. And so if you add in the MLM back end, it gets pretty crazy. And because you're consistently putting people in, and then especially if, and the whole idea is to get people, the people that buy, the whole idea with them is to get them to duplicate what you're doing, to get them to advertise on Facebook, generate ads on Facebook. I'm just gonna generate leads on Facebook and sell them the $27, then the $9.97, and then the high end stuff. And so so it's pretty doable. I mean, like, these numbers are pretty, and I had it keep I kept going back and, like, make it more conservative, make it, so that, turn down the conversion rate, let's say the lower conversion rate. And it still ends up coming out pretty good. So yeah, this is some crazy stuff right here. And so basically it has me, okay, so days 1 to 4, like, we're only spending $100 a day. We get up to basically a 4K reserve. And so then with the 4K, we can get the rental account from China, and then spend more. I mean, this is stuff that have already done, but I'm just like, I'm starting from scratch. I'm starting from, like, ground zero, like somebody that, like a regular person that would only have access to regular accounts. So then we can rent, and then I think we have it going up to, yeah, they only have it up going to 5K a day, and they have us let's see, hitting $6.5 million by month 6. But actually, I redid it and had it cap out at $10,000 a day. So as you can imagine, the numbers are pretty much higher. Now, keep in mind, these are just stretched out numbers. I mean, based on typical conversion rates. And actually, I wouldn't say typical. These are like a little bit lower conversion rates, because I was really trying to keep everything conservative. But assuming that we can, maintain these numbers, I mean, it's like a really, really, I mean, 10K a day is nothing. I mean, towards the end of this, we'll be doing more than 10K a day. But assuming that we can get all the traffic. Now, like, the one thing I was thinking about today was that, first of all, I normally I don't know, I've had different experiences. I've had some experiences where I've shown a lot of people something, and it ended up not really making a difference, because most people really don't do anything anyway. So it's not like they copy everything and just, dilute the market. So sometimes, most of the time, that's what happens. But I've had some occasions where I had, like, a really, really good campaign going, and I shared it inadvertently, and people just totally destroyed it. Like, they made a lot of money in a short amount of time, but it pretty much killed it for me. So I mean, the particular niche that I'm going after, it's not a super huge niche. So if people went after the exact same niche that I'm getting, it would definitely cut into, like, what I could spend. But on the flip side, they'd be driving traffic for me. And so I'd still be making all that, the 997 or the in half, and then plus the back end, the high end, plus the people sign up for the MLM. So that's not a bad deal. Like, if I have to cut back on my advertising, but I'm still getting the leads and sales coming in from other people, then that's why I was saying, like, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to limit the number of people that I have watching it, because I want them to copy it. I want them to duplicate me. And now, granted, I want them to do it in other niches, which is what I'm going to teach. But I know some people are going to copy exactly what I do, and that's fine. There's enough room in there, I think, for multiple people. Now, if, like, 20, 30 people, all try to go after the same market, it's going to be bloody and make the best man win, and it's just going to drive up the lead costs. So I definitely don't want that. So you have to make smart decisions, and do you want to, because, like, for example, like, for me, like I learned this from I didn't learn this, but the whole concept of leading with another product and then doing MLM on the back end. Um, I didn't originate that. Like I actually bought some coaching to learn how to do that, but they weren't doing a tripwire. They were just doing like a straight application funnel, which is why I was trying to do that originally. Um, but so so that's not necessarily a novel idea, but the novel idea is putting it all together with a $27 tripwire offer, and then basically feeding the whole funnel with those $27 buyers. And those $27 buyers become affiliates, and they produce more $27 buyers, and they also produce $9.97 buyers, and they also produce 5K buyers, and they also produce 10K buyers. Then whatever else might come up with after that. But right now, the top of the funnel is 10K. So that is that. And let me see how. So she has me as like, yeah, by day 14, spending 4 grand a day. This can't be one day. Earning profit. I don't know what that is. Those numbers are too high. But anyway, but I just wanted to show you like the progression of how I went back and forth and how I was able to collaborate with ChatGPT. And along the lines, I did upload some more information. I will say I uploaded a lot of stuff, but one thing I uploaded was a bunch of different like sales books on sales, and also books on copywriting. Like basically, I found PDF versions of books, and then was able to upload those to ChatGPT. So I'm basically building like my own little GPT here with all of this, which I will eventually take all this and make it to its own GPT. Um, but uploaded a lot of information so that it understands how to sell, so understands objections, and understands like how we need to overcome the objections in the sales copy. Okay. So anyway, but that's kind of the planning of how it kind of went through. And then this is what I ended up coming up with. Um so so this is what I'm going to go over the next, well, the class lasts for 2 months. So for 2 months, we're going to look at this. It's obviously not going to take 2 months to get the whole thing, but there is a lot of work involved. But ChatGPT and other AI tools are going to do all the work. Okay. They're going to write the ads. I already had ads written, write the copy of the landing page, which is already done. I'm actually going to have to go back when I do the actual live class starting next week. I'm going to have to go back and kind of start from scratch, because I've already done all this stuff. Like the thing I'm working on right now in real life is the $27 tripwire product. But I'm going to start from scratch and go back through, so you can see all the exact prompts that I use, all the actual um content that I uploaded, that 100-page document that primer that I showed. But ChatGPT can handle all these tasks. The $27 product, we're creating that. Of $9.97 product, $9.97 product, that we're creating that. We're going to create the VSL to sell it. And then the same thing. Now, these are more of like coaching and done for you. So there's not a whole lot of content for ChatGPT to add to these. But yeah, but we're doing it. The whole funnel is going to be done by AI. And this little piece is going to be major right here, because this allows us to build up residual income, and it's going to add up pretty fast. Because even if you were somebody that just signed up for this and say like you sold one of these a day, if you sold one of these a day, so that's $500 a day. Plus you get the people on that sign up under you on the MLM as well. So if you get one person a day, that's like 30 people per month. Like you're gonna blow up on the MLM like really fast. Like you're gonna have a residual income, coming in pretty strong here, or like in a few months' time. if you're putting in 30 people a day, and especially if you have some people under you, that are using your same system and putting people in, then you're going to be making a lot of money on the MLM side, not to mention what you're going to make on the front end. So I think it's a real slick funnel. Also, some things that I'm going to end up putting in are, I think after this 997 sale, I think what I might have them do have actual. I'm working on some AI high ticket closers, and so I think after they do the 997, I'm gonna have AI call them and then try to close them on a 5 or 10K. That's coming down the road. I don't have that. I don't have the AI done yet. I have to upload some more. I need to upload some recordings of sales calls so that they can get real sales calls, hear all the objections, see all the objections, so that they know how to overcome all the objections and so forth. So this is pretty much the funnel. Any questions? Let me see if I can get to it. Questions? Everybody, I guess that makes sense to everybody. All right, cool. So now let me show you something here real quick. So let's talk about what we're going to actually do. All right. So this is 0 to 10K a day, the easy way. And so basically what we're going to do, I'm going to do this live on Zoom. I'm going to actually start from ground zero. I'm going to first of all produce the A1 primer, the documents that I upload to ChatGPT before we even get started. So we're going to do that. We're going to be starting with $1,000 in ad spend. And like I said, 2 $50 a day accounts. And then we're going to transition from that over to a rented account, an agency account that we rent from Chinese for like, I think it's like 3% ad spend that you have to pay as a fee. And so let's look at a lot of the problems that people have with this type of funnel and see how we're going to solve those. So one main problem is broken lead generation, meaning their lead generation is broken and they're attracting broke people. Okay. So how we're going to get over the broke people is a tripwire offer. Okay. We're making them pay $27 in order to get into the funnel. Into the buyer side of the funnel. And so, even though you can still be broke and afford $27, at least we're avoiding just the freebie seekers and the tire kickers. At least you have to have some skin in the game. You put in $27. And the way that this works, the only way this works is you got to provide them a quick win. So our quick win in this case is like, if you can be in profit after day one, one sale and you made your $27 back. And we're going to have like these quick launch campaigns that people can instantly launch the campaigns and Facebook ads without any experience. I mean, it's going to literally tell them which buttons to push. It's going to be big green buttons, red circles, and it's going to be like, idiot proof how to upload these campaigns. So that's what we're doing on that side. And one other place where people have a lot of issues is with tech overwhelm and funnel complexity, because there is a lot of moving parts. Like you have the $27 offer, and then that offer has 2 order bumps on it. Okay. And so you got to go from there to then you need the VSL for the 997 product. And then you need, obviously to fulfill all that stuff. And the solution is to have AI do everything. The AI breaks down everything into parts, and then the task, and then it can build the entire funnel. Okay, build the entire funnel. And one thing that confuses a lot of people is that there's so many different AI tools out here that you can use and just do different things. There's wonderful tools out here, but again, it adds to the overwhelm. So I'm going to be showing you only the tools that you really need. And there's only a few tools that you really need. to really make this happen. And the main one I already shared with you, which is ChatGPT. But you can use whatever, large language model you like, use Claude or um, Gemini or whatever all the other ones are, Grok. But the thing about AI is that you have to load it up and tell it what to do, okay? And you have to load it up. Most people just get into the tell it what to do part. They have some super prompt that they want to put in, and it does all this work. But in order for it to really work in your favor, you really need to upload data to it. It's only as good as the data that you upload to it. And so we're gonna show you how to do that. And then the next problem people run into is that you don't know how to scale and optimize. And part of the problem is that you have an order wrong. You have to optimize and then scale. And a lot of people, especially on Facebook ads, they have these plateaus where they get to where, okay, I'm at 1K a day, or I'm at 3K a day. But I can't, every time I try to scale more, the cost per lead, jumps up and my numbers are off. And so again, we're going to use AI to scale. We're going to use AI to scale. And we're going to use AI to optimize. And because we're using AI, optimization is going to happen faster, okay? Because at the end of the day, AI makes you better. And we're in a competitive market. We're competing with other advertisers on Facebook. So we need to be better than they are. And the AI is what really makes us better. And so that's what we're going to do. And as far as the different prices, the training option one, it was $2,000 when I made it $997, and you're going to get we're going to do 3 Zoom sessions a week for 8 weeks. And so you're going to get obviously access to the live sessions, as well as you're going to get the recordings, which are going to be available very shortly after. But it's going to be a real deep dive into Facebook ads training using AI. Okay, we're going to use AI for everything. It's a 2-month training. And you're going to get everything I just said. You're going to really get deep into the audience, the creatives, deep dive into that. But AI is going to do all that stuff for us. So this is for people that want to do it themselves. Okay, you want to go fast, you want to do it yourself, then this is for you. Got a couple of bonuses in there. And now we originally had the training plus coaching, so we added. So this is for somebody that wants to build, but you need accountability. And so we were going to do weekly funnel build sessions, but nobody bought this, and it's not. So I just getting rid of this. So now we're just going to have the option 1 and option 3. And option 3 is a done for you. Okay, I'm not just going to build you out. I'm not just going to build you out just the original. I'm going to build you out we're going to build out the original funnel. Okay, so the exact same thing that I have, I'm going to build for you. So you get your Stripe account, then you can take the payments directly. We'll even set up a affiliate program for you. The only thing though is that if you do everything yourself, then you're going to have to provide the actual product and services. So you can still just use mine and send everything to my back end, but we're going to do the whole funnel for you. Excuse me. So squeeze page, the offers, everything. We're going to do everything for you. It's going to be for people that have more money than time, for busy pros that want turnkey results. So you just want something, when we build a car, hand you the car, and just, you get the keys and drive the car. That's kind of like what that's about. So there's 2 options to come in, but $997 I think is a steal to see me build what's going to be a multi-million-dollar business. I mean, once we get everything dialed in, then it's just a matter of pouring traffic in the top end, as well as being able to keep up with the back end. As this scales up, obviously I'm not going to be able to do all those calls myself. So I do have some other people lined up and some other coaches already, on deck. So I do have, somewhat of an expansion plan in place. But for the traffic I'm running right now, just for myself, I am plenty. But as we get this up and running and get more traffic into it, then I'm going to have to bring in some other people to get on the phone and close people on the higher offers. But eventually I'm going to replace them with AI. and have AI do all that stuff. So those are the packages. If you want to order either one of them, you need to go to bit.ly/10K a day AI. That's what that is. Okay. And that's where you make the $9.97 purchase for the training. Even if you want the 10K, still go ahead and buy the $9.97 and then email me saying that you're interested in the done for you. And then, we can work out the rest of the payment later. But I just want you to get your spot reserved to make sure that you're on there for the actual training. The training is going to start next week. I don't know exactly what day, probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. I will let you know in plenty of time. We're also going to have a private Facebook group so that you guys can interact and talk and and interface with me as well. So we're going to have that, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But it's going to it's an opportunity for you to really see starting from zero. And the way I'm doing it is like I'm making pretend like I don't know anything. I wanted to show me exactly what I have to do, what buttons to push, everything that I have to do. Because I want somebody that has never ran a Facebook campaign before, that knows nothing about it, actually has the ability to look at and follow what I'm doing and to do it themselves. That's the whole goal. Is you have two monitors up or a split screen or whatever, and have what I'm doing on one side, then you do the same thing on your side. You can use the exact same prompts or everything that I do, and you can build your own one with it. So I think it's a really good thing to see. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. If you don't like it, for whatever reason, not satisfied, I'll give you your money back, and no hard feelings. But yeah, I think this is a really once in a lifetime opportunity. I don't know, how often I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna get all the stuff recorded and get everything down, and then productize this, of course. But I'll see how it goes. But I don't know if you'll have an opportunity to see something like this again, to have somebody go from zero to basically a multi-million-dollar campaign. Because 10K a day is like $3.65 million a year if you're getting that every day, which is some nice cake. So, and like I said in the email, even if I get it 90% wrong and we only get to 1K a day, that's still $365,000 a year. That's still, 1K a day, 30 grand a month. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's still really, really good money. And so again, your 997, you get that back in one day if you're doing 1K a day. So that's where we are. So if you want to grab the tickets, go grab it. And if you're watching the recording of this, you can just go down to under the video at the bottom of the page and click the link, and then it will take you to where you can buy your access to this unprecedented, historic workshop where we're going to go 0 to 10K a day. Any questions, comments, concerns anybody has? Doesn't look like it. All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you guys. And this Zoom is over.